Welcome back to Sports Talk ATL. I am Chase Earl, joined by Alex Lord. We are talking Braves here on this Thursday evening. Bradford Doolittle of ESPN recently came out with his midseason awards for the season, and he did not do it as in like MVP or NL MVP, AL Cy Young, NL Cy Young. It wasn't like that. It was just like best player, best rookie, best team, most exciting player, like stuff like that, best reliever. I think those were the five categories. There might have been another one. I expected, the Braves to at least be mentioned in this article, right? They're the best team in baseball. They've been the best team in the baseball since May, and it hasn't even been close. They have maybe 7 All-Stars, maybe more than that will make it. They have the ERA leader in Bryce Elder. They have the most dominant pitcher in Spencer Strider. They have the NL MVP and Ronald Acuna. They have so many things. They are the best team in baseball. And there's 2 areas where I was listen, best player went to Shohei Ohtani. Can't argue with that. He's been the best player. Best rookie, Corbin Carroll. Can't argue with that. He's been the best rookie. Then they went to most exciting player, which without a doubt is Ronald Acuna Jr. There is literally no argument to be made for anyone else. And I don't care if this is an opinionated piece. Your opinion is just stupid if you have anyone else besides Ronald Acuna. Unless you wanted to say Shohei Ohtani again, because like Ohtani obviously is in there. But since you already put him up there, let's just say you're not going to use him twice. There is no other option besides Ronald Acuna. He went with Elly De La Cruz. I can't explain. This is a mid-season award. This is supposed to be for the entire mid-season, right? This guy was called up on June 6th. And listen, he's been great. He's really exciting. He runs like a gazelle and he hits the ball as hard as anybody in baseball. You know who else does that, though? Ronald Acuna. You know who does that a million times better than Elly De La Cruz? And he's done it for the entire midseason. Ronald, we have a guy who is on pace for 40 homers and 70 steals. And you're telling me Elly De La Cruz, who has played 20 games and is hitting 300 with a 127 OPS plus and 3 homers, is the most exciting player? And I get it. Just what for the whole midseason? This guy's played 20 games and he's been fun. But Elly De La Cruz has proven nothing to me. He's proven nothing to me. He's proven nothing that he is a great talent. This guy could hit 250 this year with 15 homers and 30 steals. Ronald Acuna did that in 2 months while hitting 340. I mean, that is one of the most stupidest things I have ever heard. One of the stupidest things I have ever heard for a midseason award. And I was just in shock. I was like, it reminded me of a tweet that I saw the other day. It was like, if you were building a franchise today, who would you take? Ronald Acuna or Elly De La Cruz? I'm like, bro, are you kidding me right now? A guy that's played 15 games in the majors or the second best player in baseball right now. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, I get the hype. I think he's going to be a star. I'm happy for the Reds. I'm happy for their fans. I thought that series was so much fun. When he hit for the psycho, I was like, baseball's in great hands with these young talents because Ronald Acuna was balling too. Get out of here. Get out of here with that crap. That's just crap.
Yeah, it's definitely just recency bias, and that he's this guy's. It is ironic. His last name is Doolittle when he's just making a clown out of himself. It's recency bias. It's that that bias that you just saw him do something amazing, yet you're so used to Ronald Acuna Jr. just being amazing that you're just forgetting the fact that Ronald's hitting 300 on pace for 40 bombs, 70 steals, which has never been done in the history of baseball. 30-60's never been done, and he's on pace to blow past that number. We're getting ahead of ourselves, and we need to reel it back in and realize that we're watching history in the making in the National League. I second everything you just said. Ohtani is in a class of his own. He's an alien. He shouldn't even be in conversations anymore.
And he didn't create the Ohtani Award because I feel bad for the people in the American League. Yeah. It's like Aaron Judge can't win it. I mean, he did win it last year, but
he shouldn't have. I mean, okay. You can give it to him for that historic mark, but like we all know, it's that kind of LeBron effect where it's like, oh, well, we can't, Jokic not winning a 3rd MVP in a row. Like, it should have gone to Ohtani in terms of like the most valuable player, but he's the Yankees. He just set the AL home run mark, yada, yada, yada. And I feel like we're getting a little bit in that, Ronald Acuna does it every single night. And I saw the article. It's on the site. Chase dismantles the argument, sportstalkatl.com. And Doolittle talks about how, He runs like he does this, he does that, and he throws it 97 miles an hour. Ronald Acuna throws it harder than anybody in the league.
He just got clocked at 104.
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
Outfield, so you get but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Listen, here's another thing about this, and then we'll move on to the other part that I hate. Ronald Acuna as in this June. So Ellie Cruz has only been up for this year. So if you just wanted to say, just ignore everything Acuna did in the first 2 months, which you can't because this is a midseason award, right? Ronald Acuna became the first player in the history of baseball, another first, which he's about to do for the entire season, to hit 8 homers and have 12 steals in a single month in June. Like, he hasn't even been the most exciting player in June. It's not even close. It's not even close. Ellie Cruz has 3 homers and 9 steals and has struck out more and has a worse batting average, has everything worse than Ronald Acuna in June alone since he's been in the league.
One additional thing. He's 1 home run and I think 4 or 3 steals away from being the first player in MLB history
to go 20-40. To go 20-40. We're on 40-80 watch. We're on 40-80 watch. How is that not exciting? Yeah. And he throws at 102 from the outfield. Like, I get you got the new flavor of the month. This is a midseason award.
That's what it is. It's a new flavor of the month.
Okay. Now it leads to my second point. Recency bias, right? I'll just chalk it up. I'll let you get a pass because you're an idiot, but I'll let you get a pass. Then he goes to the best team. Where's the recency bias there? The Braves are the best team in baseball. They are tied with the Rays, essentially. They have fewer losses than the Rays this season. The Rays got off to a scorching hot, unsustainable start. They don't have the power like they hit in the first month. They've shown that. Now the Braves lead offensively in every statistic. They're up there in ERA with the best in the league. They don't even have Max Fried and Kyle Wright. They won 13 of 14, their last 5 straight. They're about to set a franchise record for wins in June. And you say the Rays are the best team in baseball. This isn't even close. And I respect the Rays. There are levels to this. The Braves are up here. The Rays are right there with the Rangers. Like, there's immortals that, like the Ohtani thing, alien. The Braves, aliens. The rest of the league you can compare. You can't compare anyone to the Braves. I'm telling you, by the end of the year, everyone's going to say this. I'm saying this right now. There are levels to this. When Max Fried comes back, come on, man. Give me a break.
What's crazy is he's talking about a team that has literally 7 fans compared to, a nationally renowned team in the Braves. So that leads me to believe, are you watching more Rays games or are you just not watching the Braves game? And to that point, why are you watching the Rays over the Braves? Like, if we're talking about like teams to tune in to watch, yes, the Rays have been, unbelievable. The Braves have been better than everybody and more exciting than everybody. Everybody loves the long ball. Chicks dig the long ball. Doolittle doesn't. I don't know why. I don't understand the fascination with the Rays in terms of what I'm trying to get at is he's got a national media platform and he's bumping up the Rays. For what reason exactly?
Like you wanted to give the Rays his due, and everyone.
That's exactly what I'm leading to. He's like, well, the Braves are going to get all their due. They're already a national team. Best fans. We've had 17 sellouts. We're averaging like 42,000 per game. The Rays can't get 5,000 in that stadium. They're closing off the upper third. I'll give them their due. That's what I think he's doing, or he's just an idiot. He could be doing both.
I'm sorry, I understand the Braves are in the middle of a hot streak and stuff. I'm very, very confident they will finish with the best record in baseball. They are going to be the overwhelming favorites going into the playoffs as the World Series favorites. You go look at FanGraphs. It's the Braves at like 24, 25% to win. It's the Rays at like 13. Like, there's a reason for all this. You go look at their rosters. You go look at their lineup. You go look at everything. It's like Braves. And especially when Max Fried comes back. I mean, they've caught up to the Rays. They were like 10 games behind the Rays. They've been 10 games better than them over the last 2 months without their 2 best pitchers or 2 of their best pitchers. It's just like, it's stupid because if you want to give the Rays it and not ignore recency bias, fine. Give them their due. They deserve it. This is the only award they're going to get, the only trophy they're going to lift. But then you give Ellie De La Cruz the most exciting player award for 20 games when he hasn't even been the most exciting player in the month. Crazy. And it's not even close. Close. Coming up after the break, we're going to talk about who would you rather have on your franchise? Mahomes I forget. Oh, Jokic or
Otani.
Otani.